The Annihilator was sold in the Blitz auctions for 13,000 gold, which was honestly quite a bit less than I expected it to be sold for, and it completely sold out in less than 10 seconds. A vehicle that has not been sold yet is the Tier 7 Blitz Nation Heavy, the Smasher, a vehicle which features 640 damage per shot, and one of the cringiest overall armor profiles due to its troll nature. The Smasher, by many players, is considered the most overpowered tank in the game. I really think that it's back and forth between the Annihilator, right? The Smasher does better against lower tier opponents. You have the ability to literally high explosive one-shot certain tier 6s and 7s. But the Annihilator can deal a lot of damage to higher tier tanks as well because it has gun depression and a better turret. So it's really down to the specific type of playstyle that you are looking for. But in general, the Smasher is an absolute beast and a tank that I find rather fun to play in. So hopefully we'll get into a game here shortly and we'll be able to deal some damage. Alright, here we are, game number 1. Up against us, we have an A46, an IS-M7Yo, Britannia Panther. Honestly, this is a pretty solid matchup. They don't have any tanks, which I'm entirely scared about, and that means I'm about to deal some big ol' bonkers of damage. Well, I'm gonna go to town, and I don't know. Our team doesn't know where they're going. And that means I don't know where I'm going. But I'm going to assume that the enemy team is going to drive their tanks to this position. So, let's aim in a high explosive on the Yo. Bonk, 400 damage. Thank you. That's the best part about the Smasher. You don't even need to pen your shots. You can just spam high explosive and still deal upwards of 600 to 400 damage. So we got the T-29 over here. Let's move up a little bit our shale. Ah, hello, Mr. A46. Oh, you're lucky. You're very lucky. I personally would not be playing with fire like that. Oh. Viewing cheese in the KV-1S has viewed all of the cheese and is no longer going to be viewing cheese. Well, I don't know if that hit, but well, if a A46 gets spotted with very little health, we'll know. Alright, we got our adrenaline cooking, so we can hopefully get out some damage here. I don't know how I feel about this play there, Mr. Yo. Ooh, 640 damage! Stripped right off of that player. Judging that the A46 is no longer poking that position, I'm gonna make a guess and say that we may have hit that player. Now, I could be wrong, but we can hope. A man can dream. Is the Hellcat gonna poke that spot again? It would be glorious if the Hellcat did, but as of now, it doesn't look like that's the case. Well, there's the A46, so it looks like we actually did not end up hitting that player. Now, what I do know is, indeed, there's a Hellcat right over here. That Hellcat is not going to enjoy our company. Oh, you're gonna try and run away. Run from this! Bye-bye. Oh, what a silly tank. As we can see, the Smasher is just so stupid. The weirdest part is that it's not even inaccurate, right? Like, normally you'd think, oh, you know, it's this big ol' 150 millimeter. It's supposed to miss its shots, but, you know, really, it doesn't. That's the silly part. It doesn't miss its shots. Now, we do have the A46 over there, but I don't really care too much about that player. I see some free damage here. Could load gold to guarantee the pen, but I'm going to take a guess and say we'll pen that shot. 660 damage into the enemy IS, and that puts us up to 2,770 at this point in time. Well, we got the M6 over there, and we're going to aim it on the IS very, very briefly again. There you go, 500 damage, and that leaves us with one tank left, the M6. Hello, Mr. M6, how are you doing? Well, you're not going to be doing very well in a moment here. Ooh, 653. And that is a 4,000 damage game. As we can clearly see, the Smasher is one of the dumbest tier 7s. It's an incredibly overpowered tank, and it's because you have DPM, you have very good levels of pen. You didn't even get to see me use the penetration, because of the fact we just kind of obliterated every single thing that was in front of us. A quick thank you to Huawei App Gallery for sponsoring today's video. By downloading the App Gallery and HMS Core application, you can install World of Tanks Blitz, and making any purchases through this application will not only give you 10% cash back, but you can also have the option of getting a $2 or $4 coupon when spending 28 or 7 euros, which is incredibly nice, and you can spin the wheel to possibly get your hands on an Alpha Predator certificate. Either way, thank you to Huawei for sponsoring today's video, and let's get straight back into it. Here we are, game number 2. Up against us, we have a Cheeto SPG. I don't really care. It doesn't matter what's up against me. I'm in a smasher. I'm gonna destroy everything that's in front of me, and we'll get another win. Don't believe me? Watch. Alright, let's move up here. Anybody wanna 152 millimeter shell? No? Alright, well, we're gonna keep going. No takers yet, no takers yet. Somebody's gonna want it, and they're gonna get it. Let's roll around this corner over here. Hello? Anybody at all? No. Oh. One moment. And we had a buyer! We had a buyer! I think he had a pretty good bid there. Looks like he won. A very, very juicy high explosive shell into his tank. Let's get to the side of this T-29. Oh, I don't have the shot yet. One sec. Give me one moment, good sir. There we go. There we go. That's what I wanted. 2 shots. 1,800 damage. Don't worry, 5 more seconds, and we'll have another bidder on the table. Oh, we have a bidder. Oh, look at that. The M6 actually managed to hit me. Gee. I was going to say high explosive, but then my brain just went to HE. Well, we still have 700 health left, and we have to wait a little bit longer for our reload here. Oh, the M6 has decided death is his option. Well, I've got you. What a stupid tank. Oh, man. Alright, well, at this point, I only have a couple tanks left. I want to get a shell into the SU-152. And, ooh, the SU turned towards me. 1 second, good sir. I need to aim in on your tank. We're up to 2,800 already. And all that's left at this point is the Kunstpanzer, who appears like he's going to be running all the way. Actually, I don't know where the heck this player's going. I'm trying to unravel the mystery of their driving, but it looks pretty poor. Alright, well, the Kunz is going to drive over here, and you know what? That's fine. 400 damage, that still places us above 3,000. 3,465. I mean, it's a dumb tank. As I said, when you're in a tier 7 battle and you're fighting tier 6s, this is what you do. There's just so many easy high explosive shots, and the players in low tier are obviously not the best, like this poor T-29, who clearly did not know what he was doing. But yeah, the Smasher's a stupid tank. I've only played it a couple times on this account, but it just kind of does whatever it wants, and because of that, it is by far one of the dumbest vehicles. How much money would I recommend spending on this tank? Well, Wargaming offer the Annihilator for 13,000 gold. And we can assume the Smasher will probably be sold similar, 13 to 15,000 gold. If that's the case, I'd honestly recommend to pick it up. If you have 15,000 gold and you're planning on getting this vehicle, I really don't think it's that expensive. I mean, yes, it's expensive, but you know, as I said in my previous video talking about the Annihilator, this is a vehicle that is only sold in crates with no charms. So if you want a guaranteed way of getting the tank, and, you know, 15,000 gold, it's not that much money when you think about it. Like, I can go down to the gold options right now, and I can get 15,000 gold for 27 bucks. I think you'll have a lot more fun in the Smasher for 20 bucks than you will in a lot of other tanks. So that's how I see it. But again, you can let me know your personal feelings, comments, and opinions. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.